Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear learners and the first year students of Government Nazir Akhtar College. Hello, how are you? Hope you all are fine by the mercy of Almighty. Today I am here with you again with English first paper. Today we'll discuss a new topic, and in our last class we were discussing about right forms of verbs, and I will give more classes on that topic in future. So today we will begin a new topic, that is gerund and participle, and this is very important topic for you, and in your first year and second year, in both years, you will need this grammatical topic for various purposes. Even after your HSC exam, you will need this topic for your university admission. So before we move to the main discussion, I want to I want to remind you about the fact that we will start discussing our text very soon, and I hope that by this time you will manage your textbook published by NCTB, that is English for Today book. And before we go to our textual discussion, I will discuss some very basic grammatical topics which you will need in your HSC level. So today's discussion is on gerund and participle. Very common topic, and I think you have studied these things in at your SSC level. So today's discussion will clarify some of the ideas about gerund and participles. Now, what is gerund? Actually, gerund is a form of verb that works as noun. And how is this form? How this form looks like? It looks like verb plus ing, and it is totally different from present continuous tense. For example, if I say that he is writing a letter, here writing is the present continuous form, but gerund looks like sometimes it looks like present continuous form, but it is totally different in function. If you look at some of the examples, it will be clear to you. Now let's see some of the examples. In these examples, both gerund and participles are present. The first one is, I found a crying baby on the way. How was the baby? How was the state of the what was the state of the baby? It was a crying baby. And also look carefully the red colored words. In the next example is that swimming is the best exercise. Swimming, that means one kind of well-known practices among the youngsters is the swimming, and it's also a very good practice, makes you healthy, wealthy. Swimming is the best exercise. Here you look at the form swim plus ing, swimming, and it works here as noun. And obviously this is not the present continuous tense here. The function is totally different. Swimming, that means it is a name of a game or exercise. Here it is noun. The third example, reading makes a perfect man. Reading, read is the verb and ing is added, and the total form is reading, and it works as noun. So the second and the third example, you see both the verbs working as noun. It is also called verbal noun. Gerund is called verbal noun also. And look at the fourth example, a broken heart is difficult to cheer up. A broken, Here the condition of heart is mentioned. How is the heart? The heart is broken. That's why here it works as adjective. In the first example, a crying baby, that's also adjective, and the fourth example, a broken heart, both of these are adjectives. So the number 1 and number 4, these are participles, and we will discuss also about participles in today's lesson. So here, 2 participles and 2 gerunds. Now gerund, as I've told you the structure of gerund and the definition of gerund, and now you will see more examples, and the more you practice the examples, the better your understanding will be. Look how gerund is used in sentences. Gerund can be at the beginning of sentence, or in the middle of sentence, or in the last part of sentence. Number 1, how gerund works as subject, and usually that subject that appears in the beginning of sentence. Look at the examples. Swimming is a good exercise. Learning English is not difficult. Traveling widens our outlook. So in these 3 examples, you see that verb plus ing in all these examples, and this here, swimming, learning, traveling, all this works as noun, and this functions as subject. And I think the meaning of these 3 sentences are clear, is clear to you. Now we move to our next slide. Some more examples for you. Reading book is a good habit. Living in a big family. Living in a big family. And reading book. Both of these are gerund, and this work as noun. And you'll be you should know that gerundial phrase is formed by adding words or words to the gerund, and sometimes gerundial phrases are formed in sentences by adding some more words to make the meaning more clear, more vivid. So, for example, in the earlier example, you see living in a big family. So living takes some 3 or 4 words with it, and this is the example of gerundial phrase. The total thing works as phrase. Reading book, this is a phrase, gerundial phrase. Now gerund can be object of a verb. Look at the examples. She loves playing the violin. She loves what? She loves playing the violin. Violin is a musical instrument, and she enjoys playing the violin. So she enjoys something, and the total thing becomes the object, and the object starts with gerund, playing the violin. Next, you see he likes catching fish. Catching fish, he likes something. What he likes? Catching fish. So the gerund becomes object of a verb. Verb is like. Number C, I hate smoking. Smoking is gerund, obviously. So I hate smoking. Here gerund is used as object of a verb. Number D, he admitted doing the work. He admitted something. What he admitted? He admitted doing the work. So doing the work is the object, and the object begins with a gerund. Doing is the gerund. We enjoyed swimming in the river. We enjoyed something. What we enjoyed? Swimming in the river. So the swimming in the river is the gerundial phrase, and it is also object of a verb. So these are the examples you see of gerund, and you should notice how gerund is used here. and this is very much important for your exam also. In exam, you will be given such phrases, such items, and if you have the concept of gerund and participles, then it will be easier for you to perform those tasks. Now, gerund can be used as complement after be verb. Look at the examples. We know the be verb, am, is, are, was, were, been. These are the be verbs. Now you see the gerund, how this is used after be verb. Her hobby is playing tennis. Look at the formation of words gerund here, how gerund is used in these sentences. Her hobby is playing tennis. Here ing is added with play, so playing becomes gerund. Playing tennis, this is the complement, and we know that complement is used after the verb in a sentence. In example B, you see my favorite hobby is gardening. So I have a hobby, and that is gardening or swimming. So here you see garden plus ing, gardening, and it is used as noun. Number C, example C, here you see his constant habit was sleeping. What was his habit? Was sleeping. This is sleeping is complement, and it is used after be verb, and ing is used total and it is completely used as noun. Number D, his punishment was standing in the sun for an hour. Look how stand has taken ing form and used as noun. What was his punishment? He was given a punishment. So standing is the name of that punishment, and it is used as noun. So all these, watch all these 4 examples, and you'll see how gerund is used in every case. Now, gerund can be used as a object of a preposition. We, in our practical life, we very often say that I'm tired of studying and studying. So when I say that I'm tired of doing something, in that case, we are using gerund. You know, the first example, you see that he's tired of working. Here, work plus ing works as gerund. He's tired of working. He's tired of something, some activity. So what is that activity? Working. So he's tired of working. Here working is obviously gerund. Father rebuked him for swimming in a dirty pond. What was his offense? Why his father rebuked him? His father rebuked him for studying in a dirty pond. So he did something. What he did? He swam in a dirty pond. That work, that swimming is gerund. Swim plus ing, swimming is used here. And swimming in a dirty pond is completely a gerundial phrase. The old man supports himself by begging. The old man does something. How he supports himself? Begging. This is the name of activity. That's why it is a verbal noun. Gerund. I'm fond of reading novels. Here also the same thing. I'm fond of doing something. And what is this? This is reading novels. So here, read plus ing, it works as gerund. And the last example, reading a new book is like exploring a new world. Explore is a verb, explore, E-X-P-L-O-R-E, explore, and it takes ing and finally becomes exploring a new world. Reading a new book is like exploring a new world. And exploring here is a gerund. In compound noun, sometimes we use 2 or 3 words together and which works as gerund. For example, my reading room, sleeping pill, she takes a sleeping pill, and the first example is my reading room is neat and clean. Here, reading room is a compound noun. He takes a sleeping pill, dining table, washing machine, and for fifth example, walking stick. All these, in all these examples, you see that compound noun is used. How this is made compound? By using a gerund. Dining table or washing machine or walking stick. Uh, all these 5 examples are gerund, and here gerund is turned into a compound noun. That means here in each case 2 words are working together to make a single sense. Walking stick. If I say walking stick, then in our mind the visualization of a stick with in a hand of an old man that comes first. So this walking stick is obviously the compound noun, and it makes a single vision in our mind. Likewise, dining table, washing machine, all this work in the same way. So up to this, we have discussed about the various functions of gerund and how it is used in our uh, um, everyday spoken and written English. And the concept of gerund and participle both you will need in your uh, grammar activity and in your first part and second part. So I think you need to practice this more and more to have a good command over these things. Now we will discuss about participle. Participle, it has also verb plus ing form, but in function it works differently from gerund. A participle is that form of verb which is partly a verb and partly an adjective. Participle can work as verb also, and also it can also work as adjective. Wren and Martin. It is a definition given from Wren and Martin's book. Participle is also called verbal adjective, as it works as functions as adjective. Now, there are 3 types of participles: present participle, past participle, perfect participle. Now, if you recall the first and fourth example in at the beginning of our discussion, I gave you a running train, a crying baby. So in that case, if you recall that example, you'll see that participle has been used there, and there it works as adjective. How was the baby? The condition of the baby is mentioned. That's why that is adjective. Now, structure. How the participle is formed. In case of present participle, it is formed in this way: verb plus ing. For example, sleeping, playing, or running. In bracket, you see a running train. I've given you playing. I saw a playing baby. If I say I saw a playing baby, or I saw a sleeping cat, all are same. All shows that I saw a baby or a cat that was playing or sleeping. That means how was in what condition it was? It was in sleeping or playing condition. That means it works as adjective, and that is present participle. How present participle is formed? Verb plus ing. This is the formation of This is the structure of present participle. Now we move to another difference classification, that is past participle. Liked, worked, stolen, stolen, worked, liked. For example, if you give a status in Facebook and it is liked by almost 300 or 400 people, then you can say that a liked status. How is the status? A liked status. That means the status has been given or liked by more people. So here the condition of the status is mint. That's why liked, I say. Or a stolen watch. A stolen, that has been stolen. How is the condition of the watch? That watch is stolen. So this is here also the state of watch is mentioned and it is stolen. So this is the example of past participle. More and more examples can be given of these things, past participle or present participles. Now the third part is the perfect participle. Having done the work I went to study. Having. So how this is formed? Having plus past participle form of the main verb. Having finished or having passed. So this is the structure of perfect participle. If you find somewhere having and then given in your exam the main verb, then you can obviously use the past participle form in that question. So this is very important for your exam, these concepts, all these things. Now we move to the difference between gerund and present participle. Look, gerund and present participle both have the similar pattern and both looks like similar, but they functions differently in sentence. A gerund functions as a noun, so it is called a verbal noun. Always keep in mind that gerund is noun, and that's why it is called a verbal noun. On the other hand, a participle functions as adjective, or it can function as verb. So it is sometimes we call it a verbal adjective. So this is the usually the basic difference between gerund and a participle. Gerund works as noun, whereas participle works as functions as adjective. In example, this is made clear for you. Walking is good for health. Here, walking is obviously gerund. And the next example, you see a rolling stone gathers no moss. Rolling means which rolls. That's why here rolling is functions as adjective and it is present participle. So from these two examples, this is very clear to you. I hope that you have got the notion of gerund and present participle, and you'll practice more at home on these topics, and you'll do more exercises on these topics at home. More examples here. You see, he killed a flying bird. He killed a bird. How was the bird? The bird was flying. That means here is a present participle. That flying shows the condition of the bird. How was the bird? It was in a flying mood. So flying is here present participle, obviously. And the next example, look at the running water. How was the water? The condition of the water is mentioned. That's why it is as adjective. And third example, this is drinking water. Drinking water. every day we use drinking water. We buy bottles of different brands. So drinking water, this word we usually use in our day-to-day life. So this drinking water, when we say the drinking water, that is we are using gerund in our practical life. Drinking water or a walking stick. Uh, when we offer a walking stick to an age old man, that their walking stick is gerund. So gerund is very much necessary for our spoken English also. Now, as we as I said in my earlier class that I will give you 5 to 10 vocabulary every day, the vocabulary which you need at HSC level, and the meaning of these words you need to know to have a very good stock of words. And the more you have your command over vocabulary, the more you'll confident in your exam. The first word is amazing, very common word. We use this word and we find this word in English movies. Very common word. You should know this word. Amazing. We say that an amazing performance, an amazing work done by him. So what is the meaning of amazing? Amazing means very stunning, very nice. Amazing, very good. So an amazing performance means very good or extraordinary, eye-catching. The next word is fact. And one thing I should say that while you learn new words, you should learn the word in context. You you should not memorize words in isolation. That means you should not memorize the words only. You should study the sentences with the words. And if you learn in this way, your learning will be better, and you will hardly forget the word in future. That's why I have given examples. I've given the sentences with every word. Fact. We uh, we hear this word fact in our everyday life. Fact. Fact means the truth. We cannot deny the fact. The sun rises in the east. This is a fact. So fact means the truth that everybody knows. The third word is obligatory. Obligatory means which you are bound to do, or the compulsory. Yeah, the synonym of obligatory is compulsory or must, which is must for all. For example, you have gone to study a course, and that course is obligatory for all. That means all the students should take that course. So obligatory means compulsory. The fourth word is immense, very common word. Immense. Immense means highly. The cat is immensely large. Immensely large, that means very much. Immense means very. The cat is immensely large means the cat is extraordinarily large or very much large. The fifth word, discrimination, very common word, and you should know this word at your level, yeah, at HS level. Discrimination. We want a discrimination-free society. In our today's world, we hear this word very widely. Discrimination. Discriminations means giving priority to someone, uh, and for example, you are dividing something between two boys, and you are not dividing that equally between them, and you are giving priority one over another. This is called discrimination. So when you are making discrimination, that means you are biased and you are not making a proper justice. So that is called discrimination. So what type of society we want? We dream of what type of society? We want a discrimination free society. So here I think you have got the meaning of these 5 words, and you will also make more sentences using these words. And I have told you already that you should make a separate notebook for your vocabulary, and the moment you come across a new word, you should enter those new word into that notebook and study those words every day. So this is all from my today's class. And if you have any questions further on this topic, you can write in the comment box, or in the you can mail me regarding your questions, and practice those things. And very soon we'll go to our textual discussion. And I hope that by this time you will manage your English for Today book. So for now, I'm leaving and hope to meet you in our next class, inshallah. Stay fine, stay safe.